did have released a statement in response to these media reports that have come out in recent days. The statement says has taken responsibility for his actions. This has been dealt with. Harry Maguire has been handed a 15-month suspended sentence after a guilty verdict by the Greek courts. This was after allegations of non-serious assault, resisting arrest and attempted bribery. Rob Dorset is with me. Can you tell us exactly what's happened? Because this was a while ago. This was way back in 2020.
Yeah, and look, I think we have to explain this for exactly what it is. And it's almost like the next stage in Greek law, as I understand it. They were very serious allegations that he faced back after going on a Greek holiday to Syros with his family back in 2020, August 2020 it was. We originally thought the charges were serious assault, resisting arrest and attempted bribery for that incident. Something that Harry Maguire has always denied any wrongdoing in, we ought to point out as well. But back in 2020, he was given a 21-month sentence, suspended for those allegations, and found immediately guilty at that stage. One has happened 6 years after that original incident happened. First in May 2023, Maguire's defence counsel was unavailable, so the trial that was set for then had to be postponed. Then in February 2024, due to the Greek lawyers' strike, and then on 2 more occasions in March and October last year. So we've known this has been on the cards for a while, and in his absence, Harry Maguire has been found guilty and sentenced again. The crucial part here is that he will serve prison time.
Right.
It is a suspended sentence. Harry Maguire is currently in Newcastle, ready to play a massive Premier League game for Manchester United this evening. And knowing the sort of character he is, I don't think this will have any impact on that and his mental approach to the game. But it's certainly not good timing for him, is it? And I think what it does is it extends that legal battle that his lawyers are having over in Greece to try and clear his name.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about whether it might disrupt his preparations or not. I guess it will be a blow because he's been playing so well for Manchester United.
Well, that's exactly right. It couldn't come at a worse time for Harry Maguire, you have to say, because he's been back in the Manchester United starting 11, first choice centre-back really under Michael Carrick since he came in as a replacement for Ruben Amorim. And Harry Maguire has been absolutely outstanding for Manchester United in that time. I think the inclusion of him and Kobbie Mainoo have been what a lot of Manchester United supporters have been calling for. And there's no doubt his leadership qualities, his experience and his ability at the back has helped stiffen that Manchester United defence, albeit in the absence of the injured Matthias de Ligt. But Maguire has done very, very well. And if you look at the stats, he's actually joint top with any other Premier League centre-back since Michael Carrick came in for the number of clean sheets that has been kept. So that speaks volumes about the way that Manchester United defence has been working under Carrick, but Harry Maguire as well. And I was about to talk to you this week about my impression that Harry Maguire is back in the England reckoning, that he will be a real contender for the England squad, which Thomas Tuchel will name 2 weeks on Friday. I think I would be a little bit surprised if Harry Maguire's name isn't in there because of the injuries that John Stones has been suffering, for example. And of course, to this point, for Manchester United. So it may well be the first time that Tuchel, in his absence and given a 50, has had the chance to call Harry Maguire up. I think there's a strong chance he might do that. So with Maguire flying for Manchester United, potentially having a call up to the England squad back on the cards, with a World Cup happening in 99 days' time from now, this is not good timing for Harry Maguire. But we ought to stress that he has always maintained his innocence, that he's done nothing wrong. And crucially, even though he has been found guilty in his absence and given a 15-month suspended sentence out in Greece, that suspended sentence means he will serve jail time. It's almost a legal progression, if you like. Of course, it means he's got to behave himself. It means if there's any further any further issue with the way that he behaves, if he ever goes back to Greece, and I can't imagine him doing that, he could be immediately sent to prison. But we don't expect that to happen. And I think you have to say that really this is
well, you haven't been able to do that too often up until recently. But I'm just wondering, Matthew, is it about managing the squad? Because Gyökeres comes off the bench, he gets a couple of goals. Havertz comes off the bench, gets the goal against Chelsea, even though it was last kick of the game against Chelsea, and you got a little bit lucky. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Matthew, but do you think it's a case, squad between now and the season? Because I think when Gyökeres starts, I think it's easier for defenders to play against him, and introduce him from the bench, it's a different sort of challenge for opposition, as Havertz, as Jesus as well. Do you think that's the key to Arsenal getting over the line between now and the end of the season?
I think it's a combination of a few things. I think it's form. I think that the striker is finally starting to find his foot. And one of the things that I've held on to this season is that if we can get the fire